Growing up Filipino-American, I think, is very unique because you don't always feel fully Filipino or fully American.
I always feel that the only people I can truly relate to are yung mga Filipinos.
My family and my Filipino heritage have been very instrumental.
I think there's a saying in Ilonggo that wherever you go, you have Ilonggo heart.
FYLPRO stands for Filipino Young Leader Program, and it was designed in order to connect Filipino-Americans with our homeland. So many of us have grown up with just a small bit of Filipino culture, and it's really a way to bridge and connect Filipino-Americans with the Philippines. Growing up, you really don't think much about your heritage or your history or your culture because you're growing up in America, so you're surrounded by that culture. And so as I grew up and started to see my parents' generation, many of them are getting sick or passing away, I realized just how much of their stories are going away with them. It really made me yearn to know not just my family's story, but the story of what it means to be Filipino. And so I came back in 2023, I came back in 2019, and I'm here with the FYLPRO program, and I'm really excited to just continue to come back and just learn and deepen my roots here.
I think what many Filipinos forget kung pupunta sila sa ibang bansa is that medyo focus sila sa mag-ipon ng pera, magtrabaho. Then minsan they forget that yung social aspect, that yung life ng Filipino is social. We need our support systems, and this Filipino Young Leaders Program is to create leaders to remind the community that we are only as powerful individually as we are together. Kahit nandun ako sa US and we only have 1 or 2 channels of like Filipino TV, I would always watch that every day, and that's how I think Filipinos abroad can still absorb the culture. The way for me to connect with my lolo and lola and para mag-aral ko na paano mag-Tagalog, that's where GMA TV comes in, by staying true to the products and the things that are distributed and created by the Filipinos. Even if we're far away, we can still relate to all the funny shows, you know, the cooking shows, the life shows, and all the true characters who are really like Ding Dong Dantes, who are really projecting Filipinos to the global level.
Growing up, I was very close to my family and my grandparents, and we really bonded over watching Pinoy TV. So Filipino media, Filipino music, and entertainment has always been a big part of my childhood. Kahit na pinanganak po ako sa US, natuto po akong mag-Tagalog dahil nanonood po ako ng mga GMA Pinoy TV shows like Encantadia, Darna, Mulawin. So it really helped me not only connect with myself and my culture, but also with my family. I think FYLPRO is just an incredible opportunity for me to be able to connect to my cultural heritage, give back to my community, at the same time, really explore my interests in health, in giving back to underserved patients and medicine.
My lolo is one of the first contract laborers recruited out of Iloilo to help rebuild Guam in 1947. For the longest time, I never understood where my lolo came from. He very rarely talked about, where he went. I think when he left, there was not many opportunities in Iloilo. I was, taught that he left for a better life for his children and my lola. And so to be separated from your family for so long,
and medicine,
and then to gain U.S. citizenship with the changes
my lolo
in
is one of the first
really opened the American
contract laborers recruited
so
out of Guam,
out of Iloilo
in 1947.
The Ilonggo community that was there. They have a little area called Camp Rojas, made up of a lot of the male laborers who came to rebuild. They had their own community there. I just always thought that was just a part of our identity. We don't have the luxury of being around a lot of other Filipinos the way that in the Philippines you walk outside, everyone is Filipino. So you always try to build the community. And over there, we come from so many different places. Your family may be there like from the 1930s or they're recent immigrants. But deep inside, we all share that common bond of being Filipino. And I think that's a wonderful way to connect. I'm very active in Filipino-American student organizations, mentoring them. I'm very interested in helping them move to Washington, D.C. because I always want to tell young Filipino-Americans that don't be scared of D.C. You can compete nationally. We need you there.